Hello everyone. Welcome to today's workshop about rights and duties. We will be covering three major concepts in today's workshop. First, we will begin with a talk on some myths and stereotypes related to gender, wherein we will discuss about common notions in society that are linked with the gender of a person. Next, we will try to understand together the ideas of equity and equality and the difference between the two. Lastly, we will conclude with the rights we hold as a citizen of this country and the duties or responsibilities that come along with them. But first, let us start with a question. Think about this one. A father and a son are traveling together and they meet with an accident. The father rushes to the hospital and the surgeon sees the patient and says, "I can't operate on him. He is my son." How is that possible? The answer is the surgeon is the boy's mother. How many of us got the answer right? Well, once the answer is revealed, it makes us go, "Oh, of course." But how many of us actually think of it in an instant? Not many. It is no one person's fault, but some common beliefs shared in the society make us think about gender as set categories of behaviors, characteristics, and even professions. And that is what we call stereotypes. For example, when we think of surgeons, we immediately think of male doctors. And similarly, when we think of a nurse, we think of a female nurse. These ideas are so deeply ingrained in our minds that it takes us a lot of unlearning and relearning to break out of them. Let us have a look at some general myths and stereotypes around gender. Number 1. All men are physically strong and women are emotionally strong. This is probably the most common of it all. We do not think of a person as just a person, but immediately register them as first a man or a woman. And then we allot characteristics like being physically strong and emotionally strong to each. Number 2. Men should be masculine and women should be feminine. Well, you may think that masculinity and femininity are just natural elements of being a man or a woman, respectively, but that is not the case. If you really think about it, all humans have some masculine and some feminine qualities, and it actually has nothing to do with what gender they belong to. Number 3. Boys and men are better at maths and science and are hence more logical. And that is why our mind doesn't immediately think of a female surgeon, as in the question. Look at your classmates. Do you really believe that them being a boy or a girl affects the amount of logic or their likability towards subjects like maths and science? No, right? Number 4. Man is the breadwinner of the family and women are supposed to look after the house and children. Maybe in most families that is the case. But is it a rule? No, of course not. What life choices or family decisions you make should not have anything to do with you being a man or a woman. Sure, there might be a history of such patterns, but remember, they are just that, patterns. Number 5. Men can't cry and women always cry. Crying is a way of expressing many different emotions, like being sad, happy, angry, overwhelmed, confused, scared, or even hungry. Do any of these emotions sound like they are felt by only women? Obviously not. Therefore, crying also has no connection whatsoever with a person's gender. Number 6. You need to be emotionless, aggressive, or violent to be a man. Be a man. That is one of the most common figures of speech that we hear. What does it mean to be a man really? To fight violently? Or be angry and aggressive? Or is it to wash away all your emotions? Well, if you think about it, it is none of these. To be a man, all you need to be is yourself. Number 7. A decent or modest woman is very soft-spoken and is always covered. In general, we judge the decency of a woman by her clothes or her abilities to always be soft and submissive. This is hands down completely wrong. Not only wrong, to think of a woman's character based on such superficial elements leads to most of the gender-based violence that we see and continues the cycle of such rudimentary stereotypes and myths. Men and women can be anything they want to be, and it has no strings attached to their gender. Let us see a video together to understand more about gender stereotypes.
Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to just give you some actions to do and just do the first thing that comes to mind. Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
Here.
Show me what it looks like to fight like a girl. Now throw like a girl.
Aww. My name is Dakota, and I'm 10 years old.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
So do you think you just insulted your sister?
No. I mean, yeah, insulted girls, but not my sister.
Is like a girl a good thing?
Actually, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like you're trying to humiliate someone.
So when they're in that vulnerable time, between 10 and 12, how do you think it affects them when somebody uses like a girl as an insult?
I think it definitely drops their self-confidence and really puts them down because during that time, they're already trying to figure themselves out. And when somebody says, you hit like a girl, it's like, well, what does that mean? Because they think they're a strong person. It's kind of like telling them that they're weak and they're not as good as them.
And what advice do you have to young girls who are told they run like a girl, kick like a girl, hit like a girl, swim like a girl?
Keep doing it because it's working. If somebody else says that running like a girl or kicking like a girl or shooting like a girl is something that you shouldn't be doing, that's their problem. Because if you're still scoring and you're still getting to the ball on time and you're still being first, you're doing it right. It doesn't matter what they say. I mean, yes, I kick like a girl and I swim like a girl and I walk like a girl and I wake up in the morning like a girl because I am a girl. And that's not something that I should be ashamed of. So I'm going to do it anyway. That's what they should do.
If I asked you to run like a girl now, would you do it differently?
I would run like myself.
Would you like a chance to redo it?
Why can't run like a girl also mean win the race?
So, how did you like the video? Isn't it scary how deeply ingrained are gender stereotypes in our minds? I think it is scarier how we mostly never even realize it. As the video conveys, doing anything like a girl should not be an insult. And being a girl or a boy or any gender should just mean being amazing human beings. Let us now proceed to the concepts of equality and equity. Because when we talk about different human beings, it is important to understand and practice that we are all equally deserving for all that is good in this world. What is equality? It is the state or the condition of being equal, especially in status, rights, or opportunities provided to us. And to achieve that state, it is mandatory that we have equity, which simply means being fair and impartial. As you can see in this image, when we speak of giving equal treatment to different sets of people, you would notice that it merely benefits us all. Even though all three children in the image are given identical stools to stand on to watch the game, only the first two are benefiting from it. Therefore, we understand that equality only benefits those who are already in a better position than the rest of us, just like the tall boy in the image. However, equity or being fair would mean providing not just the same or equal treatment, but the treatment that is customized as per the needs of the person. Look carefully. When we provide the three children what they actually need to watch the game, then only are they able to watch the game at the same or equal eye level. So, we can say equity is the basis of being true equals. We are all human beings and we all have our similarities and differences. And one's gender, caste, or religion does not and should not define them as a human being. All of us deserve opportunities, love, respect, like everyone else. And with that, we come to the last theme of today's workshop, our rights and our duties. Yes, of course, we have many rights as a human being and a citizen of this country. Let us have a look. Number 1, right to health. That is, not being denied health facilities on the basis of your religion, caste, or gender. Number 2, right to life, meaning we all have a right to lead a dignified life without facing any difficulties due to our religion, caste, or gender. Number 3, right to education. Every child and citizen of India has a mandatory right to achieve basic education, irrespective of their gender or any other such categorization. Number 4, right to identity. We all have the right, as an Indian, to choose how we wish to identify ourselves, be it any religion, caste, gender, etc., etc. And lastly, right to protection and freedom of expression. We all enjoy a right to stay protected in and as the citizens of India, and at the same time, we have the freedom to express our emotions, beliefs, opinions, and thoughts as we like. But remember, we all have these rights, and that means we cannot interfere with other people's rights in order to exercise our own. These rights give us a power to be responsible citizens of India. And just like the Spider-Man's Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. So are we just going to enjoy our rights? Or should we also focus on our duties and responsibilities as Indians? And more importantly, as good human beings. Let us see some of the duties that we carry along with our rights. Number 1. Duty towards the country. As an Indian enjoying the rights, one must follow and respect the constitutional laws. One should also be grateful and conscious as a citizen. Number 2. Duty towards citizens and culture. To respect all religions and languages, even when they are different than ours. To respect every human being belonging to any country or community. Understand that our 29 states are all different and that the songs, books, and learnings in each state are important. Love everyone and see what you can learn from them. Number 3. Duty towards environment. Protect public property just as much as you would protect your private property, as we all benefit from them together. Protect natural resources like water, forests, and minerals and respect the nature. Protect animals, as they are also equally important not just in our nation but on our entire planet. Your duties begin from your homes and your schools. For starters, don't litter, don't waste anything, and don't scribble on your school desks. Lastly, duty towards yourself. As a lovable and worthy human being yourself, make sure that you love, accept, protect, grow, and evolve yourself. To conclude, I hope we all have now learned and agree that it doesn't matter what color we are, what shape we have, what gender we are, what caste we come from, what culture, religion, etc., etc. Everyone is equal and deserves opportunities and respect accordingly. Thank you everyone for joining this workshop. I hope we all will be more sensible and sensitive towards not just exercising our rights, but also completing our duties and move away from gender and other stereotypes.